What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night, man. I just finished watching the Adrian Broner and Blair Hobbs fight. Absolutely horrible, dog. But first things first, man. Let's get down to it, man. First things first, man. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation and the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the moderators, the mod squad. Salute to the subscribers. Salute to the members of this channel. And if you're new around here, we would like to extend an invitation for you to sub the channel. Please make sure you guys are running the likes up over here and hitting that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime we're on here doing anything, whether it's a live or a video or whatever we're doing. You'll be the first to know, not the last to know. Last but not least, man, tip your bartender. Okay. I've had a full day, man. I've had a full day here watching. I had 11 inning, the Yankees and the Dodgers with 11 innings. The Dodgers snapped the Yankees 9-game winning streak, 2-1. It was a very defensive game, and then right after that, I watched the Adrian Broner fight, and Adrian Broner he just a guy who just looks like he's just trying to get paid, man. Got knocked down in the second round. He looked horrible. Lost that fight. But I wanted to come in, man, and I wanted to put a couple of things to rest, man, a couple of things to bed. Talking a little football. Salute to all the members. Salute to the subscribers, especially you guys that are on the East Coast. It's a little late, but hey, man, sometimes you gotta go on late, and we're gonna do that. But we've been talking about the Raiders coming into an influx of money with the Jimmy Garoppolo cutting situation on June 1st, them being able to pick up an additional $24 million to add to the $17 million that they had under the cap, and to give them well over $30 million to do whatever they want to do. And we were talking about it. We were throwing the ball around the yard, trying to figure out what we wanted to do in regards to who we can acquire. And one of the names that came up was Xavien Howard. Okay, Xavien Howard. That was a name that had been brought up quite a bit. As of today and as of the last couple of days, let's get something understood right now. Take Xavien Howard's name off of the list of who to get to come to the Las Vegas Raiders. When you're talking about somebody who is who's radioactive, and I'm not talking about on the field, I'm talking about off the field, it would be your boy Xavien Howard. The last couple of days, if not today, there has been some very, very serious allegations regarding Xavien Howard with several women. Now, let's understand something. I just want to say this first and foremost. Xavien Howard, man, all this is alleged. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know the guy. But I know this. I know about this situation kind of in not regards to me, but people who I've known in sports. I've known professional athletes in Major League Baseball, professional athletes in the NFL, professional athletes in the NBA. And for a lot of you guys out there, I'm telling you right now, you might think that your favorite rapper is knocking them down. He's knocking down all the Instagram models. He's knocking down all the groupies. He's knocking down all the strippers at the strip club. He's got a litany list of everybody he's piking down. Okay? And he is. But for somebody who knows people in the entertainment industry, people in the rap game, people in music, acting, and sports, your favorite rapper ain't knocking them down more than the athletes. The athletes is getting more tail than anybody you can think of Because the bigger you get, the more you have to watch your guard. You can't run around juggling when you're somebody who's a household name. You can't do too much. You have to do a lot of NDAs, and you have to have people sign these non-disclosures, and you got to take phones. And dude, I've been around a lot of stuff, but the athletes are getting it way more, bro. They're getting it 2 or 3 times more. Okay. Why? Because they go to city to city. A rapper might have a tour that he's on. He might be on a tour, I'm doing a 40 city tour, but after that 40 city tour, he's mobile. He's in his hometown, dealing with all the people that hate him and trying to shoot at him and all of that. Man, these professional athletes go from city to city, man. Fly them in, meet them there, have one on this side of the stadium, have one over here on this side of the stadium, have one over here, have one over here. Now, Xavien Howard, bro, I heard about him 2 years ago. Now, one thing about me, hey, man, if you're doing what you're doing off the field and it doesn't have anything to do with no law, you're not breaking any laws. You're not, because knocking down a bunch of girls is not against the law. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You having multiple partners is not against the law, bro. If it's consensual, if it's all consensual and everybody's down for the crown, then there ain't no laws being broken. So whatever you do is what you do, homie. Whatever you do, as long as you show up on Sunday, as long as you hitting that block, as long as you catching that pass, as long as your ass is throwing that touchdown, you can lay up with as many as you want to. Don't bother me. I don't care how many baby mamas you got. Okay, doesn't bother me at all. All right, but what I will say is this: when it starts getting to the point where it is with him, 2 years ago, it was okay for him to be in the National Football League doing what he was doing, because 2 years ago there was some rumblings about him having 4 women pregnant at the same time. Is that something that is abnormal? Yeah, but I know cats that done had more than that. Cats that just work a normal job. Cats just working at UPS got 4 or 5 baby mamas. Okay, let's get these likes up, man. Let's get the likes at 50%, you guys. Come on. All right. So 2 years ago, he had a bunch of women that were complaining that he was getting all these women pregnant, and allegedly he had 4 women pregnant at one time. I didn't really care. He's not on my team, but we had a guy by the name of Josh Jacobs who has supposedly 7 or 8 baby mamas. The Raiders have had players by like Darren McFadden back in the days had like about 6 or 7 kids, 6 or 7 baby mamas. It don't bother me, dog. As long as you it's all good. You're playing your business. I don't care how many baby mamas you got. Don't bother me. Adrian Peterson has about 8 or 9 baby mamas. Okay? Don't care. He's still going to Hall of Fame. All right? But when it becomes legal and when it's alleged crimes are being involved, because 2 years ago when Xavien Howard was going through this, and he was going through it last year. Okay? The dude is an all-pro. He led the NFL in interceptions twice. Let's understand who we're talking about. Let's get these likes up, you guys, man. Let's keep the likes at 50%. All you got to do is hit the like button, bro. It's not going to take too much of your time. Okay? As long as it's not illegal, that's you. You're the one that got to pay these women. You're the one that's got to pay this child support. You're the one that's getting your checks garnished. As long as you're on the field doing what you need to do. Okay? So the last couple of years, he's been having some women complaining that he was trying to get them, allegedly, this was 2 years ago and last year, during the season, that he was trying to get women to have abortions, and he was trying to pressure them to do this, and he was bullying them and this, that, and the other. But it was all civil. It's all civil suits, and there was no crimes involved. Nothing, So, Miami was keeping him on the team. He was doing what he needed to do. Last year, he got hurt. And when he got hurt and he was out for 4 or 5 games, and they were paying him all this money, now it's a problem. Now it's like, man, we're paying this guy, and now the bad publicity. As long as you're out there on the field and there ain't no laws being broken, once again, and you're producing, not a problem. Okay? But with that being said, now there's a problem, because now there's some legal allegations. Now, even though none of these women that are coming out now are saying that are putting it in a criminal situation, Miami cut ties with him because all these women are all in Florida. Okay, they got rid of all of that. So the allegation now is that that he has been sending revenge porn and sending it to the kids of the women that he had been dealing with, one of which was a minor. Okay. Now we're talking a problem, because even if it isn't a civil case at this point, if there's a crime that has enough legs, the DA can jump in at any time. Revenge porn here in California is against the law. It's a big situation. Okay. Especially here in LA. It's huge. Okay. You can't, even if you and a female, whether it be your wife, your girl, your baby mama, a strawberry from around the way, whatever, you decide y'all want to do a video, you want to take a pictures, you want to take videos, you want to do all of that kind of stuff, and it's consensual, that doesn't mean you get to send it around to the homies. That doesn't mean you get to show people. Especially if there's a breakup and you say, well, you know what, if you don't do this, then I'm going to do this. Okay. So what is being alleged in the lawsuit? This is all legal lawsuit papers, so it ain't me making nothing up. Let's get these likes up, you guys. I read it, okay? Because I'm going to always read it and know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to come in and just say something crazy. Based on the lawsuit, man, there's two women that are involved. One of them is obviously a baby mama, because she said that due to the fact that she would not get an abortion, he had some videos. He has a lot of videos from what she's saying. She has a lot of videos. Her name is Jane Doe. They didn't put her name out, of other women that he is involved with, that he's being, intimate with, and he's showing and sending videos to her about her showing other women and showing that, hey man, I don't need this and I don't need that. I got other girls I'm doing things with, and sending pictures, which, videos or whatnot, which nobody's saying anything on those things. But what happened, according to the lawsuit, is that one of the women who is alleged to be on one of the videos that he sent to the girl in question, okay, actually was sent to her son, who was a minor at the time. He was 16 or 17 years old. Now, my first question was, and I'm just breaking it all down so you guys know everything that I know. My first question is how did Xavien Howard allegedly send a video of his own mom? This is his mother in a compromising situation to his cell phone when he's a minor. These are the kind of things that I'd be like, hey man, this is kind of sounding a little weird. According to what she said, is that Xavien Howard had all the numbers to all the phones, because when her phone would go dead, she would use her kid's phone. And so what they would do is they would delete, anything that was sent to those phones, she would delete it or whatever. But the kid in question found it in the cloud. Okay. And from there, finding it in the cloud, he saw his mama doing something strange for some change. Okay. The woman who was in the other videos contacted her and said, do you have any video? They didn't even know each other, but it was like, so allegedly found a way to get in contact with her. And there was videos that was sent her that she said was okay to take, sent to her too. So Xavien Howard is in a serious situation. Okay. Because if he's sending out videos of explicit stuff and it's getting to minors, now the kid in question is 18. The kid is not a minor anymore. Now he's in the lawsuit too, because the other woman is subpoenaing him to be a plaintiff in the case so he can get him to admit he's not a minor anymore, that he was sent videos from Xavien Howard. Now, what does all this really mean, bro? All this means is, man, I really don't care what happens. It ain't bothering me at all. Let's get these likes up. Ain't none of my business. But when you're trying to be pursued by my fan base, Raider Nation, and people are talking about pick you up, these are the kind of things that you got to pay attention to. We can't just have somebody out there playing football and he's got all this other crazy stuff going on. That's why nobody's touching him with a 10-foot pole right now, bro. We don't need that. Whether he's innocent or not, okay? And it doesn't seem like he's 100% innocent. He might or may not. I don't know with that, but I know that he's got all these women. They're all pregnant. He's got a whole bunch of them pregnant, bro. Allegedly, these 3 or 4 of them pregnant, bro. And you know they're not giving them away. You know they're not gonna do anything other than put them on them papers, bro. Okay, I'm just being honest, bro. Okay, I got homies of mine that got 6 or 7 kids or 6 or 7 baby mamas, bro, and they're just normal dudes, normal guys. So it ain't hard to have a whole bunch of baby mamas, bro. But the key is, from what they're saying, they're saying that he's bullying them, and this could turn into a serious situation. And unfortunately for Xavien Howard, man, he's nuclear waste right now, bro. There's no way that he could be on our football team, man. And I know that as a football player, he would be a great asset to the team. But not with all this going on, dog. We don't know how this is going to end. It's all national news. ESPN's reporting it. Fox Sports 1's reporting it. All this information is coming out, dog, and it's getting uglier and uglier by the day, bro. Uglier and uglier by the day of all the things that are being accused, man. And when you are on that list right now, you are a person who's going to be considered a Me Too #Me Too person. You're Sean P. Diddy Combs. Okay, you're putting yourself in that ilk. Okay, you're putting yourself with a Harvey Weinstein. You're putting yourself up with what's going on with the orange cat, Donald Trump, right now with the 37 counts with Stormy Daniels. When you start doing all this stuff with women, this is not the time, dog. This is not the time to be on the wrong side of women, bro. It's not good. It's not good, bro. Right now is the time as a man. If a woman wants to leave and she ain't fooling with you, you need to just step out the way, give her whatever she got to get. Keys, money, take this, take the, you don't want to give up the house. You don't want to give up your 68 Corvette, bro. But you might just have to just go ahead and just let her have it, because it's going to ruin you, bro. It's going to mess you up. Okay? And I'm telling you, man, you better not put hands on. You better not even touch her. You better show the police your face is scratched up. You better have a video. You better have a face recognition video. You better have a Ring camera. You better have go Facebook Live. You better do whatever you got to do. Because right now, if you're a man and you're on the wrong side of women, it's barbecue chicken for you, bro. It's barbecue chicken, period. There ain't gonna be no sympathy. There ain't gonna be no Lone Ranger coming to save your ass. There's not gonna be none of that. Okay? Your best bet is to take it on the chin. And you know what, dog? Yeah, you fellas are gonna laugh a little bit, but you know what? They do the same thing, bro. They do the same thing. Your ass come in 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, dog. If you're out that late, dog, just don't come back. just, you know what it is. You better wait for her to go to work. Then you go home, dog. Okay? Don't walk in there trying to explain, man. Don't walk in there with no lipstick on your collar. Don't walk in there smelling like the sticky icky. Don't walk in there smelling with some women's perfume on. Don't get too drunk and talk about, I can't remember where I was and all of that. All the games that the homies used to play, all the games that my boys got caught up in, they better be lucky that they were from the pager era. We didn't have camera phones. We didn't have streaming. We didn't have any of that. You could say whatever. Hey man, I don't know what you're talking about. No evidence, no pictures, no video, no nothing, bro. Okay. So Xavien Howard is definitely does not need to be nowhere near Henderson, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, Paradise, Nevada, none of that stuff. Give me a hug and kiss, man. All right, man. Good night, black man. And I'm just being honest with you, bro. It is not cool right now, dog. I don't know what's going on with this guy, man. He's only 30 years old, man. But dude, I mean, you don't got to be that reckless. You ain't got to be that reckless, man. I mean, we've all, those of us who really been out been out there and had opportunities. We've all like did too much. We've all like, hey man, we're doing a little too much out here. Okay, like a little too much. We got a little bit, things are a little bit hairy around here, dog. Like, okay, I got another one, two apartments over. Like you just doing a little bit too much, bro. It's like it's too easy. Okay. But you got to start policing yourself, man. I mean, I'm looking at this as a lesson for you younger cats or you older cats that are now out of relationships. I got a lot of my boys that now that they're divorced, their kids are out the house, they're empty nesters. They're, their wives, they've already been divorced. They done sold the house. They done moved to a new spot. They got some money in the bank. They got the convertible they always wanted. Their wife didn't want them to have. And now they're back in the dating force. Now they're over there trying to still holler at the 30-year-old. And I'm like, dog, you better know what the hell you're doing, bruh. You better know what the hell you're doing, dog. Because I'm telling you, your ass is too old to get caught up. All right? You're too old to get caught up. These women ain't just trying to be with you just because, dog. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care how much you put it down and all of that. They're not just with you just to be with you, bro. They definitely want to be more than that. Especially if you're somebody in the National Football League. You're somebody who can change their lifestyle. You're somebody who can get them those red bottom shoes that they want. There's somebody who could pay for the other kids that they have fathers that don't take care of them and all of that. You could pay some apartment rent. Your ass could pay some of this damn child care. Child care is expensive as hell. Okay. Yeah, she look good, but there's a price. And if you can't pay that price, you better be cool and you better be nice. You better know how to break up with somebody. Let's get these likes up. You better know how to break up with a girl or cut off a situation. You better learn how to do that. Okay, it ain't gonna be, oh, I just stopped calling and that's it. Nah, them days are over. Okay, oh, I just walked away. Nah, dog, ain't none of that. You better make sure you're best friends with them. You better make sure you give them a parting gift. Okay. You better have you about 10 or 15 tennis bracelets. You could just give, hey, you know what? Hey, I just wanted to just give you something, appreciate you. We can, figure it out. You better learn how to get yourself out of situations. But if you think you're just going to be rolling pipe with no repercussions, and then you're in there blowing up the club. You know what blowing up the club is, and you definitely a square. If you're in the blowing the club up everywhere, hey dude, you must want your money and your career to be separated. And that's what it is, dog. And that's what it is. I just wanted to come in and make it clear. Man, it's unfortunate. Xavien Howard on our defense would be excellent. Can you imagine him? Like I said, he's a 2-time interception leader. The dude is a ball hawk. The dude, when healthy, is an asset. But he's a problem, dog. He's a problem, dog. I'm telling you, man. I've told my homies, I'm so glad that I didn't come from the era that y'all younger cats came from, man. In my era, we didn't have all this evidence. We didn't have all this proof. Like you really remember that song back in the days? It wasn't me. You really could say that back in my time. You could really say, I saw you coming up. Wasn't me. I saw you. I looked in your face. Wasn't me. And get away with it. Now, GPS, trackers on your whip, Facebook, Instagram, all of that, Twitter, all I got to do is cut the phone on. They could track your phone. They know where you are just on what towers, cell towers. Oh. It's over for you cats, man. Okay, it's over for you guys. But as far as this guy's concerned, man, I can't this isn't Josh Jacobs with a bunch of kids. This isn't Antonio Cromartie. He had 14 kids. This isn't that, bro. It isn't having kids and having baby mamas. It's having problems with those women. Them women are definitely not playing with this guy at all. Okay. I'm telling you. So I just want to see what you guys had to say about that. I really had to break it down because I'm not going to be irresponsible. I'm not going to be a guy that's just going to come in here and just start accusing the man of something. I don't know if it's true or not, but I do know for the past 2 years, he's been dealing with a bunch of women all in Miami area. 4 of them allegedly pregnant by him at the same time. Don't know if it's true or not, but he definitely, the stories are lining up of these being the same women who he has been trying to pressure them to having abortions and doing this, but sending the stuff to the minor kid, can you imagine that? Can you imagine being a guy who would send, you're mad at this kid's mom, this dude's 16 years old, and you think it's a good idea for you to send the video of you and his mama to him on his text message, bro? Like, that's just something you shouldn't even be accused of that. Whether you did it or not, you shouldn't even be accused of that, bro. And he's accused of it multiple times, dog. Sending other people's videos and all of that revenge porn stuff. So I just wanted to just put it out there, dog. I'm just putting it out there, man. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate, dog. I learned from all my homies, man. I learned from all of them. Every one of my homies has baby mamas, bro. Every one of them. All my close partners, all of them. All of them, except maybe 1 or 2. They married theirs. They're like, man, I'm just going to marry mine, bro. Like, okay, is it a baby mama if you marry her? Nah. But these other ones, I'm telling you, man, I got a partner who has 6 baby mamas, dog. 6. His last 2, he's with her, though. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys, man. There's something that's called too much fun. And right now, dog, it doesn't pay. Okay? It doesn't pay to play. So let me read you guys his questions, man. But as far as this guy's concerned, man, I don't know if he's going to even be playing football in the near future, bro. Like, he's going to have to settle these cases, man. Okay, you talk about a Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, none of them are baby mamas. I ain't heard none of all them women, them 30-something women. I didn't hear nothing about no kids. I didn't hear nothing about no babies being made. So, I mean, yeah, he was out of pocket, but at least he didn't get nobody preggo up in here. Okay, so let's see what's going on, man. See what's popping with you guys, man. But let's get these likes up a little bit, man. Let's see if we can get 50%, man. Keep the thumbs up at 50. Okay, 50%. Read you guys' questions. I know Raider guy was popping. Okay. Justin Saw was good. Unfiltered Nation was happening, man. Like the video tip your bartender, Tedrick Webb, was going on. It's up to the mods. Darth Raider was going on. Darth Raider. Hey, dog, I know we was all talking about Xavien Howard. I mentioned it too, dog, because at the time I wasn't worried about how many baby mamas he had. Dog. Baby mamas is not a end all be all to play football. Hey, man, just pay your bills, bro. It's a bill. Okay, like anything else. Okay, but when you start talking about stuff that can involve, charges being filed and all of that, that's different. You talk about minors. Okay, when you're talking a minor, would you start throwing Kendrick Lamar verses in it? They ain't like us, man. Okay, they ain't like us. All right. Do I listen to Kendrick Lamar? I think I just answered your question. Okay. Roberto Munoz, man. Coupon Tom says he doesn't want to pay a vet on a 1-year deal. He wants to focus on our plays we have now. Howard is a plague into what AP and Tom are trying to build with our Raider Nation. Well, Coupon Tom, man, is he knows what to say, man, but until he pays people, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, I mean, he could say it sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna pay the people we got. Pay them. Pay them? How long does it take to pay somebody, bro? Robert, if your boss had said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna give you a raise," how long does it take to give a person a raise? If he wants to give you a raise, he just calls you in office and say, "Hey, man, we bumping you up." Let's not act like Telesco can't bump nobody up immediately, because he did. He just did it with Mad Max. Gave Mad Max a $6 million bonus, a raise on his contract. So you talking about signing people, man? Let's see it. Until then, bro, I don't know what Tom's doing. Okay. But I know Xavien Howard does not deserve to have on that silver and black, man, even though he's a great football player. That ain't, we can't have that, dog. Okay. Bill Holloway just dropped in. What's going on? Let's get the likes up. You already know. I know Raider guy was popping. Okay. Daniel Berry, what's going on? Happy Friday. Yes, sir. Armio says, damn, y'all pushing the truck uphill. Hard work, like hitting the like button. It's all, little energy. We just got to understand, man, that we're going to keep pushing it. We're going to keep pushing the envelope because that's what we do, dog. We just got to just keep, trying to make things be what it needs to be over here. We just need to have these likes up, bro. Need to have them, man. It's not hard to do. People's on here just not doing it, but we're going to keep asking you. Okay. Unfazed says Raiders, man, was going to Robin Munoz. Tedrick Webb, if that's true, Howard needs to be locked up. Like I said before, there hasn't been any criminal charges filed so far. It's all civil. I think one woman wants $50,000, and another woman, I haven't heard how much she wants. But like I said before, dude, these women are not just giving you their bodies for nothing. You might think you're getting it for nothing, but you're really not. You're really not, bro. Not no more, man. Not like that. Okay. Especially if you're walking around and you're making it known. I mean, from the player standpoint, from the player's handbook, he made a lot of mistakes. One thing you never do is let somebody know exactly what you got cracking. It's better for you to let them try to imagine that you got something popping. But you don't never give them the factual information that you got something popping with somebody else. Because guess what? Women form Voltron. Women come together, dog. Women come together, man. I've seen very few dudes find out that they were both dealing with the same female and they were able to come together and expose her the right way. Nah, dog. There's gonna be some gunplay, or there's gonna be some hands being, there's going to definitely be some let your hands go or something. There's definitely going to be something. Okay. But women, they just like, hey girl, blah, blah, blah. Do you know him? Yeah, that's my man. Well, how long y'all been together? Go watch Cheaters, bro. Cheaters will show you them women be forming Voltron 9 times out of 10. And if they're fighting, it's because they just found out that way. They found out 15 minutes ago. That's why Joey Greco, when he was on there, he was always like, yeah, they're right in the next building. They're right in the next room, and then they film it. And it's like, hey man, turn the cameras on, because women didn't have enough time to like form Voltron. Okay, so but guys ready to fight, man. Knowing that their girl is playing them, they still want to try to fight the dude. Okay, not me, dog. I'm like, hey man, you can have her, bro. Okay, flex money in the house. Robin Munoz, man, them Alphabet Boys is gonna get Howard messed up. Hey, like I said before, when minors' names get brought up, dog. And, you can't be sending videos, man. One of the ladies said, the lady whose video was one of the videos that was allegedly sent to the kid. Okay. Because from what she said, her video went to the kid whose mom that was also sent. So Xavien Howard is sending videos everywhere, allegedly. She said that she only agreed to one of the videos for it to be consensual, and he illegally videotaped her on the other ones. So it's like, come on, dog. You can't think, oh, just because she let me videotape yesterday, I could videotape tonight. Nah, dog. It's messy, bro. It's messy. Nate, dog, what's up, Shaq? I've been up to keep up the great work. Xavien Howard's definitely not a locker room fit, to say the least. He's a hell of a football player, bro. But being a hell of a football player isn't all that needs to be done anymore. Like I said, as long as you're not doing something immoral, and like I've always said that, man. I've had these discussions, especially with some of our female members of the channel. We've had these conversations, and women don't like a man that's running around doing all these things. But I always say, man, a single man is a single man. A man that's single can, as long as he's doing nothing illegal, he doesn't have an obligation to wife up nobody. None of these cats out there, from the rapper to the football player to the basketball player to whoever you name that's out there knocking them down, doesn't have any obligation to not knock down as many as possible. He can lie to them. He can tell them he love them because he's single. You got to guard your grill. Okay. Lady, same way. If the lady want to run around and she want to have 6 boyfriends, she ain't got no obligation to let you know she's dealing with somebody else. That's your job to know that. It's your job. And if she is, don't get caught up. You got to understand the game is the game, dog. Okay? Like I said, man, the players change, the game stays the same. What it is. Don't get caught up in your feelings, man, when you find out the girl you thought was your girl, she's over there knocking down everything at her job. That's just what it is, and vice versa. But when it gets to be legal, when you talking about videotaping and sending stuff on your cell phone, man, tweeting and texting and all of that, dog, man, that could be federal, bro. That can be turned into some federal stuff when you, especially if it's across state lines. If Xavien Howard is playing a game here in LA, he's playing the Rams, and he's sending that video all the way to a minor, all the way over there in Miami. That's crossing state lines, bro. That's a whole different thing. So I'm just being honest with you, man. This is a lot more complicated than who's knocking who down. It's a serious business when you start sending it to kids and kids are involved. And now the kid is 18, because this was supposedly like last year, the year before. And now he's 18. He's of legal age. They're going to subpoena him. He's going to get on the stand in that civil case, and he's going to have to say what it is. Okay. All right, Munoz is rolling. Nate Dogg says Xavien Howard doesn't deserve to be on the NFL team if he actually did these things. The guy needs to be a porn star if he's all about sex tapes. Like I said, man, there's a lot of cats, man. A lot of cats that I know personally, man. And one thing that I always said, I said, man, I ain't never videotaped nothing. No, I don't care. I don't care how much, girl, whatever. Oh, let's spice it up. Yeah, man, spice it up. You better go ahead and put some of this hot sauce. You better put some of this hot sauce on you, because I'm definitely not doing nothing. Okay, I'm not doing anything that's coming back later. Ain't nobody going to be sending nothing to my mama. Nobody going to be I might want to run for president. I used to say that all the time. I said, man, I might want to run for president one day, dog. I don't have all this crazy stuff. But my boys, they was off the hook. I mean, off the chain, bro. And then want me to see it. Yo, man, I want to show you something. They pull out their video camera. I'm like, dude, one thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see your rusty ass at all. And I don't want to see her, period. Come on, man. I don't want to see you, and I don't want to see her. Okay? Be honest with you. That doesn't float my boat at all. Okay? But like I said, man, there's weird people out there. There's people out there that like toes. There's people out there who like fingernails. I mean, there's always a fetish, bro. Okay? OnlyFans is for real. All right? Tedrick Webb. Howard wanted to come back to Minnesota and play for Flores again, but Flores and the Vikings declined. Yeah, man, because Flores knows what it is. Flores knows what it is. Flores got his own lawsuit he's dealing with, man. Brian Flores, he's already dealing with that situation, man. That might have been, I bet you Christian Wilkins knows. I bet you Christian Wilkins knows everything. Let's not forget Christian Wilkins was with Xavien last year. And his homies with him. I guarantee he probably told AB, hey, AB, nah, X-Man got too much going on, bro. X-Man got too much going on, dog. Okay. Demoke said, very important is a crime. He's going to do some time. Like I said, dog, right now it's just civil. But, he may not get charged if the women get some money. It's just like Diddy. Diddy's situation with Cassie, he paid that money, allegedly $30 million or whatever, and it was a civil case because there's a statute of limitations on certain type of crimes in certain states. I don't know what it is in Florida, okay? But from what is being said, this is only a couple of years old. So like I said before, man, I don't know what's up with that brother, man, but I heard back in 2022, he had baby mama issues. I heard he had 4 girls pregnant at once. I mean, but just because you have multiple women pregnant at once doesn't mean it's a problem. Jalen Green in the NBA, who one of the best young players in the NBA, he has 2 girls pregnant at the same time. Your boy Cheetah, you know your boy Cheetah, Cheetah, who's also in Miami Dolphins now. He had just had a situation where he had a couple of girls pregnant and his girl he just married. I think he has like Tariq Hill has like about 7, 8 kids, but I know that he had 2 or 3 women pregnant at one time. But none of them are saying that anything illegal is being done. I mean, if a man want to have kids all over town, he can do that. There's nothing wrong, you know. Might be immoral, but it ain't against the law. Okay, let's get these likes up. Okay, Robin Yost, I know mofos who have 5 kids that were like footsteps a year apart from different baby mamas. Me too. Me too, bro. Like I know cats that got sisters pregnant. Like their kids are not only brothers and brothers, they're also uncles. This one is the uncle to this one, but they're brothers too. Like I know a whole bunch of messy situations, bro. I know a whole bunch of messy situations. That just kept me out of it. Like, hey, dude, I don't know how y'all want to continue this and just keep going, bro. Like, okay, all right, everybody can make a mistake. Everybody might be able to make 2 mistakes, but when you start getting to 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and I don't know, dog. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, man. But it ain't me. I know that. I mean, you said, man, barbecue with a side of potato salad. Yeah, man. A side of potato and a big old piece of corn on the cob. Bill Holloway said barbecue chickens was for dinner tonight. Bill said no glove, no love. Hey, man. I'm telling you, bro. I've had cats tell me that they had to really pay to get out of situations, bro. Okay. Even your boy Anthony Edwards, man, was in a situation last season, or the season that just passed, and he had a girl that supposedly had to pay her 100 grand for her to end something, and it was all over everywhere, and he had to put a statement out because she put out the text messages. I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you. And he just had a baby a year ago. He's still with the baby mama, but hey, man, things happen. Okay. But there's nothing illegal about it. Okay. Teddy Webb, Antonio Cromartie has 14 kids. Travis Henry has 11. Damn, Henry went to jail for child support. That's the next thing. What happens when the money gets funny? Terrell Owens got about 4 or 5 baby mamas, and when his money started getting funny, he started having problems too. I mean, they'll put your ass in jail, dog. I've had some really good. So, most of my boys, all my boys who are now still my boys, they're all good dads. But things happen, and you lose a job or you get behind and you're in arrears. Next thing you know, they're trying to take your driver's license. They're suspending your driver's license. How are you going to go to earn money to pay your child support if you can't? Your driver's license is suspended, and then they're threatening you for child support, like putting you in jail. Like, if you don't pay this back child support within 90 days, your ass is going to jail. I had one of my boys, man. My boy had to work a couple of jobs to pay it all off. Like, he was working a full-time job, and he was doing a moving job. Like, he was like delivering appliances and stuff. This dude had a full-time job, and when he got off of work was working at like a Best Buy or whatever, delivering washing machines and damn refrigerators. I'm telling you, dog, he was really doing it, and he had to do that for like a year and a half, and he finally was able to land a job that he could really make some money, and he was able to pay all that off, bro. He was able to catch up. Okay, but in the process, he lost his girl. He lost his girl that he was with at the time because it was complicated, bro. He handled his business, but he lost his girl because she was like, I don't want to be with somebody who has all these problems. And I told him, I was like, dog, you know what, man, just keep doing what you're doing. She's going to come around. She's going to come around because if you keep doing what you're doing and you pull yourself out of it, she's going to come back. And that's what happened. He pulled himself out of it. Then the money, when he caught up and he was doing cool, he started getting himself tight, get the whip, get this, get that, get the crib. And now she's like, whoa, wait a minute. He's on the come up. And he called me. He's like, yeah, man, she's trying to get back. I said, yeah, dog. Because when your ass was in the gutter, she wasn't trying to do all of that. But now she see you shining like a diamond. And now everything is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Now you looking like things is on the up and up. She gonna come back because she was watching to see if you was gonna get yourself out that hole. And that's what happened, dog. Okay, Tedrick Webb, Shaq giving you brothers game. Pay attention. I try, man. I try to help you guys out, man. But we always have a bunch of clowns on here, dog. But come in. It's not always, but we do have our share of people that want to come in and try to make a mockery of things. But then again, Who would you rather be? Would you rather be you or them? I'd rather be me. I hope you'd rather be you. Okay. Dakota Miller, Lakers fronting on Hurley, another coach to LeBron skateboard. Nah, I don't agree with none of that, dog. It don't got nothing to do with LeBron as much as you guys think. You guys give LeBron so much power, but you say he ain't nothing special. But you claim that he has all this power to manipulate everything. Come on, man. It's like you can't have it both ways. Y'all try to slander that man for not being who y'all say people say he is, and then you slander him for being who you say he is. You can't be two. You either got the power or you don't got the power. Like the Lakers are the Lakers, bro. This is Hollywood. They're gonna do what's best for the Lakers, man. LeBron ain't guaranteed to come back. They're gonna do what's best for the Lakers. They need to have that stadium packed. You gotta have stars. You don't got stars, man. Nobody comes to the games. If you don't got a marketable person, you don't come to the games. You're going to let the Clippers have 3 or 4 future Hall of Famers, and 3 of them are former league MVPs on the team. You got Kawhi Leonard, you got Paul George, you got the Beard, and you got Russell Westbrook. They just opening their brand new stadium this year. Do you know all those people are going to be at the games over here with the Clippers? Like I said before, man, they better bring in somebody who can draw somebody in. So it ain't no scapegoat. It's your competitor is more marketable than you. Okay? Right now, the Clippers are more marketable. They went further in the playoffs. They got Tyronn Lue, a world champion coach. They got 4 future Hall of Famers. They got 3 former league MVPs. And you don't even got LeBron under contract right now, and you don't have a coach. So they better figure out what they got to do, dog. Damn LeBron, they better do something, or they're not, or people are going to be at this game over here up the street, right next to SoFi. Okay, Nate, dog. I know guys in their 40s and 50s that got caught up trying to do too much with younger females, baby mamas, and everything. They got no chill. It's an addiction, bro. It really is, dog. When you got shit popping on all cylinders, dog, like it's really hard not to indulge, bro. When you got it like that, when you have everything popping off the way you need to have it popping off. And like I always said this, Nate, man, in my time, dog, I mean, when I was out there, and I was out there a long time, I didn't get with my wife till late. Dog, I was like, I think I'm gonna be out here the rest of my life. And I didn't have all the trappings and all this stuff. I didn't have millions of dollars. I'm like, man, if God would have gave me that, you would have gave me all that money and all that fame and all that power and all that opportunity. It might have been barbecue chicken for me. I probably would be in some situations because I had things popping when I didn't have all of that. And I'm like, man, I got more access. I got more opportunity. Dude, you don't even understand, bro. It ain't even trying, bro. They chasing you, bro. They're putting themselves in position for you to walk past them. You're in the VIP section, man. You walk out, you got all them girls out there trying to get in VIP. You got the girls that's in VIP. You try to go take a piss and you go into the bathroom. You got all of them trying to, they buy the bathroom. You come outside, they buy your car, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm telling you, dog. And you'll tell yourself, oh, I'm cool. All right. You see how cool you are when you got all that access. Okay. See, Carrera said, no cap, man. We're pros, man's over here. But, man, you can't hold your own when it comes to your lady friendships. You got to go to grading kids and say, ladies, 50,000 papers, light work. Yeah, but where does it end, though? I mean, that's just one woman saying she wants 50K. I mean, why not pay her? Like I said, dog, if you get into the game of pay to play, you better pay. You don't get to not pay. A lot of it is giving them false game. A lot of it is telling a woman something you think she wants to hear and she buys into it, but she's really not buying into it until you don't deliver. Until you don't deliver. And when you don't deliver, you find out the hard way, dog. You don't promise something, you don't keep your promises, dog. I mean, you guys would be really surprised. There's a lot of things I could say, a lot of things that I know. Okay. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of payments going on. There's a lot of money being distributed. Now, when I say a lot of money being distributed, that doesn't mean what you would think it means. I pay you, I do my thing, and then I leave. Nah. It ain't like that. It's more complex than that. It's it's an allowance. It's 5 grand a month. It's 10 grand a month. I deal with you, no questions asked. I take care of your apartment. I take care of your Range Rover. Like it's you be surprised, bro. It's like I support your lifestyle. You ain't gotta struggle. I got you. Your rent, what is it? Okay, I'm gonna pay your rent for the year. I'm just trying to tell you how it's done. It ain't done the way y'all think. It ain't done. Leave $200 on the nightstand. It's not how it's done, dog. In the game, it is about paying you for access and paying you for no problems. How are you gonna mess up 10,000 a month? That's not no money for somebody that's making 30 million a year or whatever. Ain't no money. They spend that at the strip club. They go to the strip club and throw 50 bands in the air. They're like, okay, what you need? Okay. Oh, well, I need this. Okay. All right, good. You ain't gonna have to worry about that. I got you on that. Every month, take care of that. So, but when I come to town, I don't care what you're doing, what you got going on. Drop what you going, come see me, or whatever it is, whatever you got popping, you come see me. And that's it. It ain't no pay, or they might do some other thing. It could be other ways. I'm just telling you, dog. There's a lot of that going on, man. All right. You hear about what happened with Zion Williamson, that whole Zion Williamson situation with that porn star model said she was getting 50, 60,000 a month and he stopped paying it. And what did she do? She started putting text messages and I'm just telling you, dog. I'm telling you. Tragedy turned triumph in the house. What's going on, man? Rob Munoz, man. What's going on? Okay. Caressa, protect the shield at all costs. Salute Shaq. Robert, what's going on? Yeah, we rolling. Okay. Rob Munoz in the house. Shaq, I'm well. We're good with getting this Stephon Gilmore. Okay. We better do a whole facts check. Got to do a whole facts check on these players now, dog. Okay. These defensive cornerbacks and wide receivers are the worst, bro. Wide receivers, cornerbacks, and running backs are the worst, bro. They have it the worst, dog. Those are the ones that we got to do a whole check on, a whole facts on. Make sure, man, they ain't got a whole lot of things popping. Watch Raider says, wait, bro, so these contest creators pushing the issue of signing this dude because they don't do what we do over here. Watch Raider, they don't do what we do. These guys aren't digging in and trying to protect the shield. These dudes are just, this guy can intercept the football. Like they're wrong all the time, man. They're wrong all the time. These are the same dudes that was talking about Jimmy Garoppolo was going to take us is the next Jim Plunkett. The same people are telling me now that Gardner Minshew is the next Ken Stabler and Shaq Josh McDaniels has 6 Super Bowls as an offensive coordinator. And I mean, these are the same guys, bro. I mean, how many times you gonna believe these guys? I mean, yeah, watch them, dog. I don't never tell nobody who to watch, man. But it comes a time when you have to be responsible for the information that you're encompassing in your head, bro. Like, dude, they always say crazy stuff. And then when it comes out to be crazy, they move on to the next crazy thing. They never say, hey, man, hey, remember that thing I said? It was all bad. And when you put it on their feed, they don't read it. So it's like, you got to go where you know people are going to be accountable. I'm very accountable over here, dog. I broke that entire situation down before I started giving my opinion because it's important for me to give you the context. Okay, watch Raider. All these folks saying we need a veteran cornerback, and the Raiders have plenty of time to get one before June 1st. Hey, man, like I said before, Tom Telesco does his own thing. I mean, he's talking about playing players that we already have. So I'll see, man. But I'm just wanted to put the Xavien Howard situation out there and let it be known, man. This guy has a lot of women issues. And like I said, there ain't nothing at this point being criminal. But do you need a guy who's having all these problems with all these ladies on your team? I mean, he's got a lot of women that's mad at him right now. That's a recipe for disaster. Okay. Teddy Webb, Shaq, you make a Randy's donut run today? Already did. Tedrick already went to Randy's Donuts, man. They gave out a free donut. I got my donuts in there, dog. Got me some coffee. I had a donut, already got another one waiting. Howard went to Randy's, bro. I was there at 7:30. Okay. Derek Galloway, Shaq, talk to me about this. Do you think Josh Jay didn't get a contract based on outside field activity, wealthy, powerful men are shrewd with who they give money to? Um, that could possibly be it. But I think I'm starting to see because everybody's telling me, Shaq, listen to Josh Jacobs and listen to this interview and that interview and this and that. I ain't got time to listen to Josh Jacobs interviews, bro. He's not on my team, man. I'm not gonna spend my time listening to that. I'll read the article or read the transcript, but I ain't got time to sit there and spend 30, 40 minutes listening to a former Raider complain about the Raiders, bro. I don't got time for that. But I will say this. Some of what's going on with Josh Jacobs is self-inflicted. Like he didn't play it right. He didn't play it right. It's like what they always say, dog. If one person don't like you, it's one thing. But if everybody don't like you, it's you. And I'm just starting to see that his attitude, and when he said this last thing about Telesco, talking about, hey man, I didn't talk to him, and I just told them, hey man, I got all the Raider records pretty much, and if y'all can't, sit down and say this and that, then I'm good. Like, dude, you can't play hardball like that, dog. When a new manager comes in, if the manager don't have no affinity towards you, dog, that's somebody who you do that's somebody who knows your value. That's somebody who knows that they've been around you. They know what you can do. They know your value. They know how much it means for you to be a part of the team. Those are people that you do that to. You don't do it to the brand new manager, throw a mea culpa out there and try to let your nuts hang and tell them, hey man, I'm this and that, and if you can't feel this and that, then I'm good. Man, that new manager will be like, okay, get the hell out of here. Hey man, that's Josh Jacobs. I didn't like what he said. So I mean, dude, like you're cheesehead, man. Concentrate on the cheeseheads, bro. But the more you talk about the Raiders, the more it's gonna mess you up because you're not focused. Okay? So it could be, but he made it kind of easy on himself, dog, when he did that. Okay. The smoke says, what this guy thought they got him because of his nice personality? Yeah, right, exactly. Like I said, dog, I mean, dude, I've been fortunate, man. That I had my things, but I've been around people who are like big, bro, like big. And the kind of things that you would think that is just a rumor in regards to how easy things are, bro, it's not. It's not. When you hear stories about, hey man, I was in a hotel and I heard something. It sounded like something was in the closet, man, and it was a girl in my closet. Oh man, that's crazy. No, that's real. That's real, bro. These girls be in their closets, bro. These girls be jumping over their fences. I mean, how is a girl gonna jump in a gated community, get inside a gated community, and hop a fence, bro? These girls be in these dudes' houses, bro. They come home, these girls is in their house, sitting on their couch. Like, how in the hell they get in here? Like, dude, it's real, bro. It may not be us. It ain't us. I ain't never came home and had them girl in my house. But I know people who's had some serious situations, some serious stalking, some serious girls following them around. Like, you're driving, you see the same IROC Camaro following you everywhere you go, dog. Like, it's serious, bro. These women be like, I want him, and that's what it is. And it'd be bad, and the breakups be bad. Breakups be bad. Okay, telling you, man. I'm like, man, you be thinking it's fun, and you see the girls, and they're like top notch, but nah, dog. Some of that stuff, man, you don't want no parts of that. Watch Raider. Josh Jacobs didn't get the offer he wanted from the Raiders because they wanted to put money on another quarterback. That's where the money went. Both parties got what they wanted. Josh Jacobs got his money. I hear one person talking about one other person, and I hear the other person not saying nothing. I don't know if Josh Jacobs got what he wanted. Josh Jacobs got some money. Josh Jacobs wanted to be a Raider. He didn't get to be a Raider. Tom Telesco hasn't mentioned that man's name at all. Out of sight, out of mind. Somebody's talking about the Raiders every interview and somebody hasn't mentioned his name at all. Just keeping it like that. Why is it nothing to do with off the field stuff? Jacobs is pretty financial. Probably so. But it didn't help that he was saying that take it or leave it, tried to play hardball. That didn't help him. See, Carell said he had 3 years remaining on his 5-year, $90 million contract at his release and is currently a free agent. 50 light work for that contract, pay it off and be the starter with the new team. But we don't know what his situation is. He's got a lot of cases, man. This dude has cases. It's not just one case. He has several cases. He has about 4 or 5 cases. Okay. All of them are allegedly his baby mamas or women who saying that they had relationships with him. They saying that he bullied them when they stopped trying to have sex with him. He did this and did that. And just a lot of dark. It's just like, man, guys just don't learn, dude. I mean, I would have been looking at Deshaun Watson and been like, hey, man, I'm trying to clean my stuff up, dog. I would have been like, I'm trying to clean my ass up. I ain't trying to be having all these problems. See, Carell says, man, hey, whole facts, bro. Heard of a Carfax? Check the whole facts, man. Keep it gangster, dog. Okay. There's mileage. There's mileage on them legs. Okay. The smoke said if Jeff Bezos has to play, y'all two have to play. Now she's looking for a ride. Yeah, Jeff Bezos had to break bread, man. These dudes want to try to be single, dog. He had to pay his girl all kinds of, a whole bunch of money. When Michael Jordan divorced Juanita, he had to pay $120 million, dog. Like you got to pay to play. You want to be out here and you want to sling it, you got to pay. You don't get to be walking around here with all this money and fame and adulation and not have to pay. You crazy as hell. You crazy, bro. You don't get to run around here, dog. The days of Hugh Hefner being at the Playboy Mansion and then after he died, all the cases that came out after that, he was paying people off. You got to pay, bro. You got to pay. Being rich and being famous and wealthy means lawsuits, bro. Somebody will walk in front of your front yard and just fall and talk about, oh man, there was some dog boo-boo outside and I slipped and fell, man, and I got a torn ACL. I'm suing you. Like being rich and being sued is part of the game. It is, bro. The lawsuits you get is crazy. I mean, you get your family suing you. You get friends suing you. You get workers suing you. Somebody said, "Hey, man, your maid said, oh, you pulled your thing out when you came out the shower." Like this, when you rich, people are gonna sue you, man. Okay, it's what it is. But you don't get them pregnant, have 4 or 5 girls pregnant at the same time. That's what you don't do. Derek Galloway, man, talking to Watch Raider. Okay, Ben in the house. What's going on? Nate Dogg, I don't know how much to believe on Jacobs and what he says. It's crazy like ex-girlfriend, like you said, Raiders didn't offer him anything because they asked him to pay on a discount. They did ask him to pay on a discount. And he chose not to pay on a discount. That's it. That's all. I mean, okay, dog. You didn't want to pay for a discount. You wanted to get what fair market value for your services. You got fair market value for your services. Dude, why are you still talking about it? Why are you still talking about it? Now you want us to pay? You want to get even with us? Okay. Is that what it is? All right. I mean, I was the biggest Josh Jacobs supporter probably on YouTube. As far as Raider content, I was like ready to throw a fade for Josh Jacobs. But now I'm like, hey, man, like, you know what, dude? I'm starting to see why you're not a Raider, bro. Like, being a Raider is more than just getting paid, bro. Okay. Raider Nation, 34th Chris Leonard Sr. What's going on? What's good, man? What's popping? Chilling. Robin Yule, Shecky Shaw, Tyrese cleaning up in OTAs. I'm hearing about it. Hearing good things about that kid. Robin Yule, man, when you rich, man, keep your Pete in your pocket and want to play it, buck it up and protect your investment. Yeah, man, but like I said before, dude, it's you got to know when it's time to like check out, man, and say that's enough's enough, dog. But you don't get to run all those females and not pay. You know, you're not going to be name any famous person who's like, you would say, hey, man, I'd love to be that guy because that guy got it all. That dude is able to do whatever he wants, be with any girl he wants, money, this, that, fame, fortune, Super Bowls, world championships, whatever. You know, you look at a guy like Ronaldo. That dude over there, man, that guy's making $100 million a year. Guess what? He got to go through cases. Women saying this, women saying that. I hear all the women said this about Ronaldo. This woman is suing Ronaldo for this and that and blah, blah, blah. And she was, I'm like, come on, man. But guess what? So what happens, dog? You don't get to be a famous man and rich and be single running around knocking them down, bro. That's not. You're better off getting married and that's it. You want to run some on the side, you're going to have to pay. You don't get to just knock it and leave and she got to go to work at PetMart the next day. She's working at Costco. No, you're not knocking it down and you're whoever. You ain't on, your ass ain't on Travis Kelce and you ain't got no girl problems. Travis Kelce had girl problems, dog. His ex, the sister, what is she doing? Running around acting like she's the victim. He didn't want to pay for nothing and he made me pay my way and he... Why you think he's with Tay-Tay? You think he's with Tay-Tay Taylor just because? Taylor Swift is the first woman he ever dated that don't ask him for nothing. That has a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with why Travis Kelce is with Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift got more than him. He don't have to worry about her talking about, oh, well, I want to get this bag and you said that I would get it for my birthday and I need this. And that dude is having the time of his life. He's with a woman who doesn't need his money at all. He doesn't have to open his wallet. That dude has not paid for nothing. And if he did pay for something, she paid it back. She found a way to pay it back. Trust and believe that. If he paid for something, she probably did something for his mom. Oh, Taylor just sit over. She just paid our mortgage off. Oh, damn. Why are you paying my mother's mortgage? Well, it's the least I can do. It's the least I can do, Travis. Oh, damn. Well, damn, she got some. So. Yeah, that's what you do. You got to date a woman that has something. You don't date somebody who don't got nothing, dog. She got a family. Her family is in poverty, bruh. And you think that you're just going to knock it down and come see you on the weekend and send her back? Living in lap of luxury, driving in a Maybach and shopping all weekend. And then she got to go back to the hood, dog, with all these bags of Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Nah. Robert Munoz in the house, man. Derek Galloway. Shaq, did you hear you correctly? Did you say when whole fact check's important because there could be mileage on those legs? Hey, dog. I'm telling you, man. You know who you guys need to listen to? Go listen to Gilbert Arenas. Go listen to No Chill Gil. No Chill Gil will tell you the same thing I'm telling you. But he'll say it was him that was doing it. That's what I like about Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas makes me being able to say what I know even more credible because he's going to say it happened to him. He'll tell you everything I told you, bro. He'll tell you, man, he paid the girls that were on payroll. A lot of these girls, they deal with all these players. And 10 grand from this one, 10 grand from this one, 10 grand from this one. They might be making 50, 60,000 a month. And they got 4 or 5 guys they see. He's made it clear. He said it's easier to deal with women like that. It's easier to deal with somebody who understands what it is. They're going to keep their mouth shut. They're not going to blow. But a lot of times when it's over, when you break it off, like he said, when he got engaged to his baby mama, these women came out the woodwork and was like, hey, like, I'm going to tell her that we were doing this and we were doing that and you ain't paying me no more. I don't got no obligation to keep your secrets. And you know what he said? Hey, man, I just went and told my girl. He's like, I wasn't paying them no more. I went and told my girl, hey, I got this girl over here. I had this girl over here. I had this girl over here and told her everything. So when they went and they hit her up, she was like, I already know. I'm just telling you, dog. Go listen to Gilbert Arenas. He'll tell you. Okay? He'll tell you. Robin Yost, man, did you hear our helmet is the number one recorded Yahoo Sports? Yes, I did. Robin Yost, man, independent. That jam was made for Taylor Swift. Just trying to tell you. Trying to tell you, dude. It's good when you don't have nothing to have somebody do some stuff for you. You have a girl that had more than you. I've been in that position. When I was younger, I had a girl she was already She's already working. She was already making, you know, six figures already. She was already had money, and I was not having money, but it was cool for a while. It was cool for a while, bro. Okay. She had a brand new Durango. I used to be driving that. No, when you driving a Durango, keys to the apartment, all of that. But guess what, dog? When I decided that I wanted to do some other things, like we weren't officially together, that's when things changed. As long as I was, what you doing tonight? Oh, come over. I'm gonna make dinner. Da da da. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Oh, you guys can use the car to go to the game. Oh, I got you tickets for this. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, damn, nigga, you lucky. Yeah, I started. I got me a good ass job when I came up, and I got my own car. And my car was just as good as hers, and then I got my own apartment. She couldn't deal with it. Couldn't deal with it because I didn't need her for that no more. Well, you can use my car. Nah, I'm gonna drive my own whip. My whip newer than yours. What are you talking about? Well, why don't you come to my house? No, why don't you come to mine? See, when all that started happening, that's when the friction started happening because she couldn't control me at that point. Okay? It's like, well, what did you do last night? I called you. I was out. See? Then it's a problem. Then it didn't work out. Okay? Just trying to tell you, man. All right? That's how I be, bro. Robin Yosef, tomorrow's my granddaughter's birthday, man. She's going to be 3. Congratulations, big dog. My son's birthday's Sunday. Grandpa's little girl, she always wears my red. Yeah, man, that's dope, man. Granddaughter, man. That's beautiful, man. I can't wait till I'm a grandfather one day. Funny thing is, her parents are Cowboy fans. He wears my hat every time she sees me. I think she's doing the dark side. Hey, man, kids like what they like, bro. Kids like what they like. And she might be like granddaddy. And if you any type of grandfather that I know, like I know you are, you're probably you probably have had a big influence on her, dog. Okay, right? I mean, it was probably started when they invented caller ID. It was even worse. Three-way. Three-way was a serious problem, dog. That was where it started at for me, was the three-way. Where you could be on the three-way and be quiet and they call, and then you be on the three-way listening in on the call. That's when I used to start like, so where were you, blah, blah, blah? I'm like, hey, man, I got to go. Let me call you back. I always say, let me call you back. I got to answer, let me call you back. Well, I know. No, let me call you back. Then I would call, and like, give me a minute. Act like something going on, hang up the phone, call them back. Then I know it wasn't on three-way. See, that's where it started for me, was the three-way. Don't call me three-way asking me questions immediately. Hey, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to know something. Hey, let me call you right back. Hold on a second, man. I got something going on. Let me hit you right back. Click. You ain't getting me on no three-way. That ain't happening. Okay, the Smokes and Steven Jackson prenup story and how his chick tried to play him. Yes, that's Steven Jackson. Robin Yo says, I forgot about the three-way. Yeah, dog. Remember Star 69? Like, man, we old school, Robert. These young dudes ain't gonna understand three-way. They're not gonna understand Star 69. They're not gonna understand that. They don't get that. They don't know what none of that is. Okay. Star 69, when the girl would just call and try to do a heat check, when they would just call your phone, you'd be hello, click. And then you'd star 69 them back. When it first happened, then you could star 69 them back. And before people had it, if you had star 69, they would just answer the phone because they didn't know nothing about it. You laughing, Robert, knows star 69, okay, or hashtag 69. I think it was star 69 where I was in the Bay. Star 69, call them back. Hello? She called you and hung up. Okay, that was before caller ID. That was the original caller ID. Okay. Then you had another one where eventually you would have a code where they would call you back and it wouldn't ring from that number. Like you said, okay, I just called somebody. Let me put in star 13 or whatever it was, and the last person you called could not call you back There was a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Star 69, bro. Yeah, you remember that kind of stuff. Like you had to be careful, man, because they'd set you up. I'm gonna call him. Just be quiet. Act like you don't hear nothing. And that's how a lot of my boys would get caught up because they didn't even know what Star 69 was. Like, dude, do you understand? Like three-way Star 69, all those things, bro. Like they didn't understand that, bro. Okay, getting caught up now. We just videotape you, bro. Like we got you all on tape. Like we just stream it to everybody. Okay, but yeah, man. But in regards to all of that, it's crazy. Okay, this most says, yeah, Craig's girlfriend from Friday who called and hung up. Yep, yeah, but Craig didn't have Star 69s. Craig would have called back, but he knew who it was. Okay. And Craig's girlfriend, what was going on with her? She had a dude laying in the bed, sleep, while she was calling Craig. Okay, I'm telling you, dog. Then back in the '90s, man. Back in the '90s, you see these old movies, bro. Like I'm so glad that a lot of things that I was around or I was involved with, there's no cloud. There was no cloud. There was no pictures. There was no video. There was no live. There was no streaming. There wasn't nothing, dog. It was your word versus my word. 80s and 90s, your word versus my word. You could be telling the truth. You could be telling 100% the truth. And you couldn't prove nothing, dog. You had no proof, dog. Yeah, proof at all. Your story could sound so good. I'd be like, man, you believe all of that? Man, you gullible, man. You believe this fool. You're like, because you can always find something on somebody that's going to tell on. You can always say, yeah, but what about blah, blah, blah? That time with such and such found that they was lying. Yeah, that's true. I'm like, well, I'm like, whew, thank God they knew everything, bro. Okay. He said 90s and 80s was the best. It was, man, when it came to not having no proof. No evidence, bro. None at all. Robin Yosef, remember the parachute pants? I rocked them British Knights, man. I had parachute pants. I didn't have the British Knights, though. The BKs, but I had the parachute pants, bro. But yeah, those were good times, man, because all we had was pagers, bro. And the pagers, we had codes for everything. We had codes for everything. All my boys, we had codes. They put the number, they put the code on the end. All our numbers meant something. If there was a code, we had a whole situation. Okay. Put 33 means that we're going to the club. Put 35, that means that I was with you last night. We had all of those. Girl would see it. Who's this? Oh, man, that's Ronnie, man. That's code 35. Yeah, it means I got to call him back immediately. I already knew. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ron, he's using me. He's using me. His girl see me out. He see me at the grocery store or something. Hey, what were you doing last? Oh, man, me and Ronnie was hanging out. Oh, yeah, he did say that he was. We had codes for everything, bro. No video. No camera phone. No nothing. It was really good, bro. Okay. Stephen Gomez, y'all Jenkins game was like a World Series game. Yeah, man, y'all came through at the end, man. I'm like, man, if we would have had Juan Soto, bro, it would have been a different game, man. Would have been a different game. But our best hitter was hurt from the night before, man. But it's all good, man. We got a couple of more games. But yeah, man, that 11th inning, 2-1, man. Yeah, I mean, shoot, my boy Aaron Judge did what he had to do, man. But everybody else was whiffing. Okay. Yeah, we get Soto back, it'd be a different story, man. But it was a good game, though. Derek Galloway, man. Shaq the Bible talks about a wealthy and wise man named Solomon who was brought down after chasing and having many wives. Yeah, dog. I mean, Samson, and Delilah, bruh. He was messing with somebody's broad, and she cut his hair off, and he lost his power, and he prayed to God, and he killed everybody, including himself, man, to get the strength to knock the building down, like Adam and Eve, dog. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Nowadays, man, you have to really be on point, bro. Like, it doesn't pay, man. It's just too much, man. It's like you're not getting all of that tail and not get hemmed up for some cheese, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. You're getting your pockets ran. Your pockets is getting ran through, bro. You just have to understand that and allocate it out. You better allocate it out, bruh. You better understand, hey man, I'm paying this one 10,000 a month, paying this one 5,000 a month, paying this one that, and da 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 da. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, dude. When you're rich like that, you're definitely on payroll. You're on payroll, man. I'm gonna get her a Range Rover. I'm gonna set her up. You got to. You got to, dog. Because if you don't, you're not gonna be rich and famous with somebody else in that house, and they go, like I said, they working at the gas station. Be fine as hell working at the gas station, bro. No, you that's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Okay. Robert Muir says my nickname was Bundleby, so my number was 338. That's dope. Codes for everything. Codes. That's right. Robert Muir knows what I'm talking about. We had codes for everything. We had codes. Code 77. Meet at Denny's. We were all gonna go to Denny's after the club, the one that we knew. After the club was over, no matter where you were, be at Denny's. Code 77. We had codes for everything, bro. Nobody knew what we were talking about. Nobody knew what we were talking about. Okay. If it was a female, we knew we didn't give them codes. So a number who would call in and didn't have a code at the end, we knew that was a shooby doob. We knew that was a shooby doob, and we would delete that number after we called it back. We wouldn't have that number on our phone because we knew that that was a girl's number. Okay, you didn't call us without a code. You don't call me from a payphone. If it's a payphone, you got a number. Okay, whatever number you had, that's the number I know is you. Okay. My boy's number was 44. My other boy's number was 37. We all of our numbers from our sports. I was 21. Okay, that's why mine says Shaq's to 21. That was my basketball number, 21. My number was 21. Okay, so no matter where I called from, 21 is me. Okay, always. And if you called and we answered the phone, think it was somebody else, and you didn't put a code in, we'd be like, "What's wrong with you, man? Put the code in." What's wrong? Oh, dog. Oh, man. Nah, dog. I ain't gonna call it back. So all that codes for everything, bro. Robin Yost, man, says, "You see how Ricky Gard is back?" Yeah, I saw that. So, Smoke said, "What's the code for take one for the team?" I wasn't taking one for the team, dog. I didn't play that game. Okay. I got caught up one time. Once. I got caught up one time, dog. My boy. It's always your boys that set you up. It's never somebody who's not your boy. When you have to take one for the team, it is your boy setting you up because he has something that he's trying to do. Okay, it's never, hey man, I ain't seen you in a while, or ain't seen you since high school or whatever, yo dog. I got a couple of girls, man, come over. It's never that. It's always the home skillet. The home skillet's always setting you up. Okay, happened to me one time. This fool calls me up with his code. Okay, I'm back in the Bay. I'm back home. I'm in the Bay. This dude called me up, man. Called me from a number, put his code in, some number. I called it back. Yo, dog, what's popping? What you doing? Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. Where you at? Oh, man, I'm at these girls' house, dog. You need to shoot over here, dog. There's a man got one over here for you, man. I'm like, man, what she look like? Oh, man, she cool, dog. She cool. You want to talk to her? Put her on the phone. Sounded good. All of that. You know, she sounded cool. You know, I didn't have nothing popping. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot over there. Okay. Shot over there, dog. Man, when he answered the door, he's, oh man, come on in, dog. When I walked in there, dog, this girl was sitting at the table, man. She was eating 5 whole fried chickens and a Coke. She was eating 5 whole fried chickens, dog. Big as hell. Big as hell, dog. I looked over at this nigga, and he was like, Now, what do you do in that situation, bro? What do you do in that situation? Now, me, I'm smart because what I'm not going to do is disrespect the female. Because why? Because my philosophy was females, no other females. Okay? So guess what I said? I said like this. God's my witness, dog. This is a true story. I said, hey, man. I said, hey, ladies, what y'all drinking? What y'all drinking? What y'all drinking? Because the crib was, you talk about a dirty ass apartment. The apartment was dusty, rusty as hell, dog. These girls had dirty clothes in the corner. They didn't have no furniture, dog. Man, they had crates on the floor. Man, I said, what y'all drinking? What y'all drinking? What y'all got? What y'all drinking? Like, oh, we don't got anything. I said, y'all want some wine coolers? You remember the Bartles and James? You want some wine coolers? Yeah, because they were broke. They didn't have nothing. Now, the girl that my boy was with, she was all right. She was all right. She might have been a 6. But the other one, like the homie just said, does she look like Janet Jackson or Freddie Jackson? And she looked more like Freddie, bro. I said, hey, what you want? What kind of wine coolers you want? Oh, I like the apple. Oh, you want the apple? Oh, look at. I said, okay, I'm gonna be right back. I said, what you want, dog? Oh man, hook me up with an '08. Oh, Old English 800. I said, I got you guys. We about to. You gonna come back, right? This girl had ketchup right here, dog. She had ketchup. Hands was greasy as hell. Okay. All right. I got in the car. I went down the stairs. I got. Ooh. They're still waiting for me for those Bartles and James, bruh. This was in the 90s. She's still waiting for me to come back. My boy was texting the hell out of me. He was texting me. Not texting me, calling me, paging me. 44 911, 41 911. I'm like, I'm not answering you, yo, nigga. I'm not answering your call at all. I'm not answering your call at all, bro. You know where I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna be at the club. I went home, took a shower, got dressed. He was texting me. Not texting me because we didn't have text back then. He was paging me, bro. 911, 911, 911. Man, we went to the club that night, dog. This cat walked in like, yo, man, that was foul what you did to me. Huh? You had a whole wildebeest at the table. The hell are you talking about? Oh, man, she wasn't that bad. I said, why were you paging me 911? Man, because it got hairy, man. And she got mad at me because she said that you dissed her friend. I said, yeah, I dissed her fat ass friend. And I dissed you too. Don't ever call me again or page me again about nobody. That was the last time he ever had any opportunity to ever hook me up with anybody. I didn't care what he was talking about. Okay? Because if you're going to pull that, he knew it was foul. Years later, like, yeah, man, I didn't know who else to call, bruh. You should have been able to handle that situation. But the problem was the big girl was going to block all activity. You know how them girls are, them big ones, that all activity needs to be blocked. So he had to call somebody to come over to run interference while he was trying to do what he was doing. And hey, dog, that was the only time that ever happened. I wasn't down with the blind dates no more, bro. That was, nah. Okay. The monk says, walk away. I did it very nicely, but I didn't come back, dog. She's probably still there picking her teeth with her fingernails, dog. That was a dirty ass crib, bro. I'm talking about, there's nothing worse than a woman with a dirty crib, bro. Let me get the hell out of here. Okay, Jose Barr in the house. Robert Munoz, when you said pointed her, you know you wouldn't be surprised at her response. Oh, dog. Okay, Robert Munoz is rolling. Bill, I had the same situation. I actually put a dent in my car and said I had an accident. Hey, dog, you got to do that. Now me, man, like I said, man, I couldn't be that cold, man, but I should have been. But I was like, I just played the game. Said I'm gonna go get us some wine coolers. We about to turn up. We about to have a good ass time. That was like, yeah, I'm fine. Definitely want something to drink. Yeah, you not want something to drink. You want something to eat, and you want a dozen donuts from Winchell's too. You got to be crazy, guy. Telling your boys will set you up for failure, and they're your boys. They'll set you up for failure, dog. Okay. I ain't even fronting, bro. I would never been in that situation in the first place, bro. But like I said, man, it was easy access for homie. Easy access for homie. He had a little something, they had nothing, and he called me, and I got out of it. I'll ride with you. I'm like, nah, don't ride with me. Just get everything set up, man. I mean, hey, y'all got some videos, some VHS tapes. Find us something to watch on TV. I'm about to go get it. We about to hook it up. Let's go. I'll be right back. Girl, you good. You don't need to be going nowhere. Just relax. Feet all out, dog. Toenails was, you know how they be having the paint to be chipping off and stuff. They don't even paint their stuff back. They just leave it like their nail is like half natural and half paint. Nubby fingernails from chewing on the fingernails, bro. Just all bad, bro. Okay. Bill Holloway's laughing. Okay, the monk says, as soon as I walked in, I would have walked out like a priest on a scary movie too. Hey, dog. I just, it wasn't her fault, man. It wasn't her fault, bro. Like I knew my boy was trying to set me up. I mean, and if I would have kicked it, it was a lose-lose for me. Even if I would have been like, okay, I'm just going to entertain her to sit here and just try to, he would have said that I was laid up or hanging out with, with a big Shirley, and I wasn't doing it, dog. I had to go. Nate, dog. There's a debate I had with my coworker today. He said Marcus Peters is still a Raider since he's once a Raider, always a Raider. He grew up a Raiders fan and really embarrassed us. Once a Raider, always a Raider applies to everybody. Anybody that tries to change that rule doesn't understand what once a Raider, always a Raider means. There's Raiders that are less than others. There's people that are less credible than others. But when you put on that silver and black, you put that silver and black on, unless you're Randy Moss, who says he's not. Or Khalil Mack, who never mentions the Raiders again. I don't know why you guys keep talking about hope he comes back when he's never mentioned you since he left. But people try to say Derek Carr's not a Raider. This person's not a Raider. Dude, once you put a uniform on and you're a Raider, you're a Raider. But you're not a Raider while you're an active player. If you're an active player and you go to another team, it's not once a Raider, always a Raider until after you retire. So is Marcus Peters retired? I don't think he is. It's not once a Raider when you're on another team. It ain't once a Raider, always a Raider with Josh Jacobs. It's not once a Raider, always a Raider with Derek Carr. It's not once a Raider, always a Raider with Darren Waller. But yeah, anybody that puts on that silver and black is subject to come back after their career. So yeah, even though he embarrassed us. So what? You know how many players has embarrassed us? You know how many players have embarrassed the Raiders, dog? There's full rosters of players that embarrassed the Raiders. He's not the first or the only one that did it. Whole bunch of them, dog. Whole bunch of them. But guess what? Once a Raider, always a Raider after you retire. Marcus Peters probably walking around there. Okay. Bill Holloway says Peters needs to retire. Yeah. Robin, yours, man. Good night, man. All right, man. Hey, man, happy birthday to your granddaughter, big dog. Hey, dog, that's true, bro. Way too many players have embarrassed us. They will always be Raiders. Hey, dog. Like I said, man, you don't have to like everybody that's in your family, but you don't get to say somebody's not in your family. If your mother's brother's son embarrasses your family, you don't get to say that you ain't my cousin. I don't know where these stupid ass fools get this from. Derek Carr didn't win us anything, so he's not a Raider. You fool. That man was drafted by the Raiders straight from college. He's more Raider than you are. What are you talking about? The only reason why you're a Raider is because you were a Rams fan, and then they traded Eric Dickerson, and after that you decided to be a Raider fan. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't get to tell your Your drunk Uncle Bobby, he ain't your uncle. You might tell your friends and, hey, who's that, man? Is that your uncle? Nah, ain't my uncle. I don't know that. I don't know who that is. You might be able to get away with that, but he's really your uncle, bro. Okay, that's your father's brother. Whether it's half, adopted, it don't matter. That's your Uncle Bobby that's running around in a Speedo, running up and down the street, high on meth. That's your uncle. Okay. Bill Holloway said Jamarcus Russell. Hey man, like I said, dude, these Raider fans try to make rules that don't exist. Like, you're a Raider, bro. If you've been in a uniform, you're a Raider. It is what it is. It's like there's nothing you can do about it. You don't get to alter the rules to fit your agenda. Like, anybody that put on the Raider uniform is a Raider unless they don't want to be, unless they renounce it. There's certain people that play for the Raiders, they don't never do nothing. Have you ever seen Warren Sapp do anything for the Raiders? Have you ever seen him come and do any alumni stuff? No, that fat ass fool came over there and just took money. Have you ever seen Randy Moss come over and say anything to y'all? He stood right next to Charles Woodson and yelled at Raider fans saying, I am not a Raider. I'm not a Raider. You ever see Khalil Mack come back and say anything to you? Nope. Technically, they're once a Raider, always a Raider. But if they don't want to participate, they don't want to participate. I mean, shit, it is what it is. Okay. Press play, great show, love it. You talking Raiders? I played on the Raiders in the early '90s, best years of my life. Continue on, man. Aaron Wallace, hey man, salute to you, big dog. I guarantee you, I saw you, man. I've been a Raider fan since '74, bro. I've seen everything, bro. Seen it all, man. If you played in the early '90s, you played with my boy Willie Gault, man. Definitely played with my boy Gault, man. Gault's my boy. Okay. Nate Dogg, I hate Warren Sapp and opinions about our team over the years, but that guy only came here to collect a check. He admitted that he did. One thing about Sapp, man, I don't like Sapp for what he did, but at least Sapp kept it gangster. Sapp said, I didn't even live in Oakland. I lived in San Francisco because I didn't like nothing about Oakland. He said, I lived in San Francisco, bro. He said, I lived in Frisco, was coming over there and coming to practice. He was going over the Bay Bridge to go to practice in Alameda every day. He wasn't even living in Oakland. He was like, I don't have nothing to do with Oakland. I was over in San Francisco, bro, hanging out over there. Like, at least Sapp admitted it. Okay. He admitted that he was like, man, I was just, my last couple of years, I was just trying to get, a couple of extra checks. Okay. Yeah, press play, man. You need to sub the channel, big dog. We need the real ones over here, man. Bill Holloway says you was number 51. Hey, man, we got real ones on this channel, dog. I told you, man. Coach Pierce got the merch. Coach Pierce got the Unfiltered Nation merch. You know what it is. Okay. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we need more ex-Raiders over here, dog. Okay. But yeah, you guys, man. So as far as Xavien Howard's concerned, dog, it sounded good. It really did. But having all those women that problems with all these women, dog, that's just it's a recipe for disaster, bro. It's just gonna get more and more messy and messy and more messy. And I don't think Xavien Howard's gonna be playing this year. I mean, for a dude that's 30 years old who still has a lot of game in him, he has to get his legal stuff in order, bro. Get his legal stuff in order so he can play some football, but it's all bad. So that plays when we were absolutely trashed. Don't blame him for coming to get a check. Oh, I'm going to blame whoever comes over and does us wrong. It doesn't matter when he came over to play trash. He could have went to any team he wanted to. So he was a Super Bowl champion, first ballot Hall of Famer. He came to the Raiders to get a check. He didn't have to do that. He really wanted to go get a check and win. He could have went somewhere else, but it was too easy. So yeah, I'm blaming him. You don't get to come over here and do even though my family might be raggedy, don't mean that you get to go around here and you get to say something crazy to my grandmama, dog. No, it don't work like that, dog. Family first. We deal with our family problems internally. We don't let people, just because we ain't living right, don't mean you get to come over and disrespect us, dog. Like, nah. The only person get to disrespect us is family members. If you come over here and you start trying to act like you're a member of the family, don't come over here and then try to talk crazy on the side. So yeah, dog, I'm definitely blaming them, dog. Definitely blaming them. Anybody that comes over here and tries to get a check is getting the business. Because I don't come from that. I don't come from that, dog. That's recent. That's recent football. That's within the last 25 years. Man, half of the my by the time Warren Sapp came over there and did that, I was already a Raider fan 25 years already. I already had 3 Super Bowl championships. Me and Bill Holloway, we were already 25 years in with 3 rings. Like, we don't come from that, dog. That's 90s coming back from Las Vegas. I mean, coming back from LA Raider stuff. All that stuff happened when we got back. That stuff didn't happen in Oakland from the time we left in 81 and we came back in 95. No, dog, we didn't have none of them problems in LA or Oakland. But when we got back from 95 all the way on is when we started getting these bums. All these dudes coming in, stealing money from us. Didn't happen before that. Okay, Justin said, haha, nobody over the shield. I feel you. Ain't nobody over the shield, bro. Nobody. Nobody, man. Warren Sapp didn't have to come over here and take that money, man. He took that money because he wanted to take the money from us. It's that simple. The old man was just trying to do what he always did, man. Bring some people in and try to, bring in some veterans and some people who were on their last legs. Give them an opportunity. Came over there and he did us dirty. Said, I don't like that either, man. Randy Moss, he gave up on us. Yeah, and you know what? Randy Moss gave up on us. It looked like he was going to do something, but guess how his career turned out? He never won nothing. That's how it be, bro. You come over here and you play with the shield. You play around. You play around with the shield, dog. It's like playing around with Captain America's shield. It's like playing around with Thor's hammer. You play around, dog. You don't get nothing in the end. Okay? You don't get to come over here and dog it and then go to the next year, go to the Patriots and break Jerry Rice's single season receiving record and break his touchdown record, and then be 17-0, going all the way into the Super Bowl against the Giants, and then you lose. Do you know how hard I laughed, Justin Saw, when Eli Manning and them beat them cats? I was crying, laughing. I had just moved to LA, bro. I was crying. I watched that Super Bowl by myself at my spot. I didn't even know nobody to go and hang out with. I was rolling, bruh. Absolutely crying, laughing that Randy Moss didn't get no chip. And guess what? He became a journeyman and went here and went there and went here and went there and didn't win nothing. That's what happens, bruh. Kind of what's going on with your boy Khalil Mack. Loved Khalil's my favorite player. Did the shield dirty. Went to the Bears. Nothing. Now he's with the Los Angeles Chargers. He ain't winning no Super Bowl. He'll be in the Hall of Fame like Randy Moss with no ring. Hey, dog. That's what it is. Okay? Don't feel sorry for you, bro. Okay? Derek Galloway said 2 guys they gave gold jackets to soon was Sapp and Moss. Hey, man, they both deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but they both deserve. Luckily, Warren Sapp got his ring before he came to the Raiders. He lucky he got that ring before he went to the Raiders, before he did all of that, man. Because he wouldn't have won nothing. But then he had all those legal problems and all that money problems, and now he's with Dion, trying to get some money with Dion over there with the Colorado. Prime just better hope he doesn't bring his bad luck to his program. Nate Dogg said, who was better all the time, Jerry Rice or Moss? I'll say Rice because I'm biased for the Raiders. Well, I've answered this question, and I'll say it again. Randy Moss is the greatest wide receiver talent that ever played the game. He can do everything better than Rice. He was faster than Rice, jumped higher than Rice, better hands than Rice, because Jerry dropped a lot of passes his first couple of years in the Bay Area, because my dad used to always complain about Jerry Rice when he was a rookie and he was a second year dropping a lot of passes. He could run every route. He can out-jump Rice. So you put on all the intangibles. You put Jerry Rice here. You put Randy Moss here. You draw a T. You put speed, hands, quickness, jumping ability, route running, this, that. It's going to say Moss, 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 Moss. Until you get to heart, Rice, work ethic, Rice, passion, Rice, clutch, Rice, That's why Rice is the GOAT. Because Randy didn't have none of that. He had all the physical stuff. But when it got down to what matters, Rice had his ass beat. And that's why Rice is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. That's why Rice is the GOAT. And that's all. Randy had everything else, but when it came to heart, work ethic, passion, and the will to win and clutch, that was it. Ain't nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. Justin saw Khalil was laughing because he sacked O'Connell 6 times, but when he came to the Death Star, his face was the complete opposite. That made my day. Like I said before, man, Khalil Mack only plays hard when he plays the Raiders, bro. It's why. This is what I was telling everybody when everybody was getting all excited about him getting 6 sacks, and we did that watch party, and everybody, see, man, that's what we could have got. Crying like little girls, dog. I said, dude, Khalil Mack only plays hard against the Raiders. He only plays like that against us. Why? It's like your old girl, bro. It's like you with your new girl, dog, and you see your old girl out. She gonna switch a little harder. She gonna try to make you look. She's gonna try to make you see what you're missing, bro. But if you really not tripping off of her, you don't even see her. You don't see what she walking around. Oh man, you see Cindy over there, man. Oh man, I didn't even know she was over there, dog. You didn't see her? Nah, I ain't seen her, dog. Look, look what I got mine. I'm good. I don't care what she doing. It's called trying hard, bruh. Yeah, he got 6 sacks, but what else did he do? He didn't do nothing else. The whole year, bruh. He burnt out. Then he came here and got a 63 forearm shiver to the cheek, to the teeth. That's 63 on his ass. What was he doing on the bench, bruh? Sitting there looking sad and pitiful. Because you know why? Because you should have been on this side. You're on the wrong side, bruh. Look at our stadium. You're a roommate at your stadium over there, dog. We just humiliated you on national TV. What happened to the 6 sacks that you got? It's the same guy, same quarterback. You didn't even get to him, dog. Like I said, dog. I was crying, laughing when he was on the bench looking sad. That's what it is. Okay. Derek Holloway said Moss did not have better hands. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know why? You know why Randy Moss had better hands than Jerry Rice? Because if you go and watch Randy Moss in 1998, when Moss was a rookie, and then you go back to 1985 when Jerry Rice was a rookie, Randy Moss was absolutely killing everybody as a rookie, bro. If you remember the game against the Dallas Cowboys when he had 3 catches for 184 yards and 3 touchdowns, he was a rookie. Randy didn't drop nothing at all. Jerry dropped a lot of passes when his rookie year and in the beginning of his second year. He didn't started doing what he needed to do until his second year, in the second half of his second year, and then that's when he started getting the ball and doing what he needed to do. But Randy came out the gate. Randy came out the gate catching everything. So Randy got better hands. Randy's hands are better, Jerry. I know that. I know he did. Randy Moss was a offensive rookie of the year as a wide receiver in his first year. So sorry, man. He did have better hands. But when Jerry got his hands, he got his hands, dog. But Jerry didn't have his hands his whole career. All right. Anybody else on here? Okay, man, we can get up out of here, dog. Go ahead and get up out of here. We've had a good conversation. Nate Dogg says his Harris Charger friends act like they drafted Mac. The only thing they can hold high to. Hey, man, you know what it is, man? It's like, you got to let people have what they think they got. A lot of people really think they got you where they want you, dog. And you're like, dog, I don't even care about you having that. Okay. Oh, you said Lynn Swan and Stallworth. Oh, yeah. Uh, yeah, Randy Moss had better hands than. I think the only people that I can say that probably had better hands than him, or I can't even say they had better hands, but probably just as good, Larry Fitzgerald. But guess what? Larry Fitzgerald's hands were that way because he was the ball boy for the Vikings. His father was, uh, um, uh, I think he was a color commentator for the Vikings or something, and he was a ball boy, and he trained with Chris Carter, another guy who had hands, and Randy Moss. So Larry Fitzgerald learned how to catch from those guys. Both of those guys have a thousand catches. Every one of those guys have 1,000 catches. Moss has 1,000 catches. Chris Carter has 1,000 catches. Larry Fitzgerald learned how to catch from them. So he probably has just as good as hands as Randy. But Randy's hands were elite, bro. Did you ever see that play when Randy Moss, because Randy would just hold his arm up and just outrun you. Did you see the one-handed touchdown catches Randy was catching when he was with the Patriots, when Tom Brady was hitting him with them bombs, and Randy was just grabbing them with one. He wasn't even trying to catch it with two hands. He was just bringing it in like this, dude. I never seen Jerry Rice do that. Not that Jerry couldn't do it, but I've never seen him just like, I'm just going to catch it with one hand just to show you I'm Randy. He had all the tools to be the GOAT, except he didn't have that motor. He didn't have the passion, and he didn't have the work ethic, bro. And when his speed went away from him, he was an average receiver. Jerry Rice, 49ers, said that he was washed up. He came to the Raiders and got 1,000-yard season with a whole Tim Brown on our team. Remember? Remember the first year when he came over in 2000? Okay, after we get rid of Andre Rison and it was Brown Rice. Remember? Remember when we had Brown Rice at Chipotle? Brown Rice? That dude came over here and led our team in receptions and led ours in yardage. He had 1,000 yards, bro, and he was already supposed to be washed up with the Niners, and caught 1,000. He had 1,000 yards. Tim Brown had 900, almost 1,000. I think he had 989 or 969 or something like that in 2000. Both of them almost had 1,000 yards, but Jerry had 1,000. When Randy lost his speed, remember when he was with the Titans? Remember when he was with the Niners and he said he was the best receiver on the team? And I'm like, no, you're not. Okay. He was washed up. Okay. Absolutely washed up. Albert in the house says Chiefs, Scambitty, Chris Carter's hands were far better than Randy's. That might be true. Chris Carter's hands were elite. Chris Carter, I remember when Chris Carter was on the Eagles. A lot of you guys don't even remember that Chris Carter was on the Eagles, bro. When he was catching passes from Randall Cunningham. His hands, deadly. Okay? But Randy's hands were elite, man. Like I said, I've seen Randy Moss do stuff that I've never seen receivers, and I'm not a fan of Randy as a person, but as a football player, dude, like I said, I've seen Randy catch one-handed touchdown passes. All you got to do is go right here to YouTube and put Randy Moss one-hand catches, and you're going to see him in games catching one-handed touchdown passes, not even lifting up his other hand. Just stick them. Boop. Boop. I'm telling you, dog. Randy could have been the GOAT, but he didn't have the passion. Jerry Galloway, Randy Moss shouldn't be in the same sentence as with Swan. Lynn Swan, now, I know a lot about Lynn Swan because Lynn Swan used to do a lot of damage against the Raiders in the 70s. Lynn Swan was just graceful, bro. Like he made catching the football look like poetry, bro. Like that dude would just jump up and catch the ball, and he just looked good catching the football, bro. But Lynn Swan, man, his numbers, if you look at his numbers aren't that impressive. As far as him winning Super Bowls and things like that, big plays, clutch plays. But if you look at his overall numbers, Swan didn't get 1,000 catches. Swan didn't have 15,000 yards. I think he might have had 12,000 or something like that. Okay. But I still say Randy Hands is better than Swan, because I'll tell you right now, when George Atkinson put that wood on his ass. So a lot of things y'all don't go around to see. George Atkinson and the Soul Patrol was beating Swan's ass. Okay. George Atkinson hit Lynn Swan so hard in the 76 playoffs that he filed a police report. Your boy Lynn Swan filed a police report against George Atkinson for hitting him too hard on a football field, bro. Where they do that at? He hit me in the head. He filed a police report, dog, and tried to get George Atkinson arrested for assault. Got this thing called Google. All you gotta do is look it up. Tried to sue George Atkinson, bro, in court. A lot of things y'all don't know, man. He tried to sue George Atkinson for hitting him with a forearm in a game. You understand that? Do you know that Al Davis had to be subpoenaed and had to testify in court? That's why I keep telling everybody, man, the Steelers is the worst enemy of the Raiders. It ain't the Chiefs. The Chiefs ain't nothing compared to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Raiders, bro, that's the #1 rivalry we got. Y'all can try to, maybe in your lifetime the Chiefs are all that. The Chiefs would be getting their ass whooped against the 70s Pittsburgh Steelers would beat their ass. The 70s Raiders would be beating their ass. It was all about the Raiders and the Steelers in the 70s the entire time, outside of the 2 years that Miami won. That's it. Okay? I'm just being honest with you, bro. Off the chain. What's up, Christy? Nate said Neff is hard as hard. He tried to charge him over that. Absolutely, bro. Lynn Swan went to the police department in Pittsburgh and filed a complaint against another player on the field and tried to get him arrested for assault. Come on, bruh. Really? He really did. And then they went to court. Okay? There was a court hearing. They actually had a trial for that. And George Atkinson did not get, he was liable for something happened. Can't remember, bro, but it was in Oakland. The trial was in Oakland, bro. You imagine being a football player and you make a football play that was totally legal at that time and you got to go to court. Well, actually what happened from what I remember, bro, and I was a little dude, so I had to look this up. George Atkinson sued Lynn Swan and them for reputational, to try to what did he say, libel or slander, something like that, and Atkinson lost. But he did try to get him put in court, but then Atkinson was like, I'm gonna sue Swan. So he filed in Oakland. They had a trial. Al Davis had to testify, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Derek Galloway's looks Shaq. Lynn Swan winning in that era disqualifies Moss altogether. Yeah, he did win, but he wasn't by himself, dog. The Steelers did not win by passing the football. They win by running the football. They had Franco Harris, man. Let's not forget. Pittsburgh Steelers had just as many Hall of Famers as we did. Christy Herb, what's up, Christy? Let me get rid of some of these quotes. Dakota Miller said, Lynn Dawson's Chiefs worked the Raiders. Come on, dog. Lynn Dawson's Chiefs won one Super Bowl in 1969, bro. They didn't work us, man. What are you talking about, man? They won one Super Bowl before the merger. That's it. They didn't work us, man. They won in 69. Tell me where they won something in the 70s. They weren't even a factor, Dakota Miller. They weren't even a factor. Before the Chiefs won in 2000, the only Super Bowl they won was before the NFL merger in 1970, bro. They won a Super Bowl in the AFL. They didn't even win a Super Bowl. We should discount one of their Super Bowls. They won one in the AFL when we were the AFL and the NFL. They beat the Vikings in '69. How did they work us? They didn't win nothing for 50 years. What are you talking about, bro? You obviously don't know who you talking to. You don't know who you talking to. You must understand who you talking to. I know everything about the Raiders. Their first Super Bowl they won before we even merged as one league. They were in the AFL, bro, with us. Okay? After that, 70, all the way to 80, all the way to 90, all the way to 2000, all the way to 2010, and all the way to 2020, the Chiefs didn't win a Super Bowl to save their life. Okay? 50 years of mediocrity. Didn't win nothing. All right? When we merged and had the entire NFL all together, they did nothing until Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know what you're talking about. Derek Galloway said the Steelers for press charges against the player shows how gangster the Raiders really were. Facts. These Raiders, man, the last since 95, I don't know who these guys are, bro. Like, that's not the team I grew up rooting for. It ain't the same team that my girl Christy Hurd grew up rooting for. It ain't the same team my boy Bill Holloway grew up rooting for. We're OGs. Like, I don't know what this is. When we moved back to Oakland in 95, that's when all this bull jive happened. All of this happened when we moved back from LA. Because when we was in LA, we won Super Bowls. When we was in Oakland, we won Super Bowls. When we came back, that's where all the curse started, right when we came back. That's when it all started going all haywire. But before that, come on, dog. Come on, man. Man, we didn't have no problems. Making the playoffs, winning playoff games, that was automatic. We were making the playoffs every year. What are you talking about? Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs. Y'all remember Jim Mora? Playoffs. Man, we went to the playoffs all the time. That's all we did. Going to the playoffs was not a goal, man, when we was coming up. That was a guarantee. Okay? But the Chief fans always think that you guys have been on top. You've only been relevant the past 4 years, bro. You've been relevant 4 years. The last 50 before that, nobody saw you, bro. Okay? Nobody saw you. All right? The Jets won their Super Bowl before you did. The Jets, they won a Super Bowl before, because they won Super Bowl III. They won the year before with Joe Namath. They won a Super Bowl before you won one. You won one playing in the AFL. Shouldn't even count any AFL victory Super Bowls. Shouldn't count any. There's only 2. Okay? The Packers won Super Bowl I. The Packers won Super Bowl II. The first team to ever lose a Super Bowl was the Chiefs. What are you talking about? You want me to get gangster about it? The first Super Bowl loser was the Chiefs. Super Bowl I, bro, right over here in LA Memorial Coliseum, right over here down the block. When Bart Starr and Vince Lombardi beat y'all ass. First team to ever lose a Super Bowl was the Chiefs. Let's just keep it gangster. The second team to ever lose a Super Bowl was the Raiders. We lost in Miami Orange Bowl to the Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl III, the Jets won. Jets beat the Colts. How did the Jets and the Colts play in a Super Bowl? Because they're in a state, because they're both supposed to be in the AFC, right? But nah, back then it was the NFL, AFL. Okay? And then Super Bowl IV was the Chargers and the Vikings. You beat the Vikings, bro. The Vikings are 0-4 in the Super Bowl. After that, there's no Chief talking, no Super Bowl annals from 5 all the way up to 2020. Not one Super Bowl appearance in 50 years. We're not worried about you guys. You guys are just hot right now. But okay. Nate Dogg, it sounds like teams and players were really scared of the Raiders then. Dude, we were called the Soul Patrol for a reason, bro. You had Jack Tatum. You don't even want to talk about Jack Tatum. We already know what Jack Tatum did to Daryl Stingley in 78. We don't even need to talk about that. Then you had George Atkinson, who had Lynn Swann filing police reports. Okay. Then you had Skip Thomas. His name was Dr. Death. Then you had Phil Villapiano, bro. Gangsters out there, bro. Straight hoodlums out there. Jack Tatum was like, I want you to catch it so I can knock your helmet off. Jack Tatum didn't play, bro. And neither did anybody on that defense. We were all trying to take heads off. It was legal, bro. Headhunting was legal back then in the 70s. We could clothesline. We could tackle at the helmet. There was no horse collar rule. There was no, like, they're going to institute this, what's it called? A hip tackle and all that. We could do whatever we wanted to do. Okay. It was gangster back then. Real football. Nate Dogg said Chiefs fans really forgot the last 50 years existed. NFL started for them when Mahomes was drafted. Like I said before, dog, they get to talk because they're the champions. But those of us who know history know that they were irrelevant for half a century. Half a century, dog. The Raiders hasn't won a Super Bowl in 40 years. Let's look at it like this. It's perfect analogy. But they're not going to care because they've won 3 since then. But let's just keep it in perspective. The Raiders haven't won a Super Bowl in 40 years. Add 10 more years to what the Chiefs didn't do. It took the Chiefs another 10 years longer than the Raiders to win a Super Bowl. You think it's going to take the Raiders 10 years to win a Super Bowl? We'll win one within the next 10 years. The Raiders are going to win a Super Bowl within the next 5 to 7 years. I'm going to predict it now. I think we win when it's our turn. All right. It's our turn. And the Chiefs, like I said, it took them an additional 10 years longer than where we're at now. But it's real easy to act like they all of a sudden are such a juggernaut. I mean, yeah, okay. They've won 3 out of the last 5. But let's not act like they were relevant the whole time. They weren't. Coach, the Chiefs was our biggest rivals with the Broncos big time when I was first starting witch ball. But cook up, man, you got to do your thing. Hey, man, I know what I'm talking about. It depends on how old you are, dog. I'm a Raider fan for 50 years. So I'm probably been a fan longer than you. But go ahead and do y'all thing, whatever y'all think. But I know what I know. Okay, but like we don't have the same reality. You guys' reality is, y'all don't have the whole alphabet. Y'all go from A to G, and y'all think y'all doing something. Oh, A to G. Okay, the alphabet's longer than that. Okay, Derek Galloway, man, what's up, man? Appreciate you, man. Carlos Sanchez. Clippy says, not like that anymore because I don't want to watch a game with premier players out. Dudes just want to be playing hella practice squad players. Okay. Let's play start playing in 1990. Dude, in 1990, I had been a Raider fan for, I already been a Raider fan for like, 20 something years already. Like 1990, bro. We were in LA. Jay Schrader was our quarterback. We didn't even have Tim Brown yet. We weren't that great, bro. Okay. Yes, it's different now. Football is totally different now, dog. But all right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I've been on here long enough. I think I proved my point. But we just need to protect what we got right now, man. We're in a good spot right now. We don't have a lot of off the field situations. We don't have no holdouts. We just need to chill and be very careful who we bring into the fold, man. Got to be very careful who we bring into the fold, man. Their personal lives matter now. Used to not matter anymore, but now it does. All right, man. I'll holler at y'all, man. Chop it up with you guys tomorrow. Match checking 50.